Hi, I'm Adia.
Hi, I'm Asha May, and we support Ending Violence Against Women, the HBCU Project.
When I think of violence against women, when I was in law school, in our family law class, we really talked about the Violence Against Women Act and what that meant, and we would review cases, and I really started thinking about, justice as it relates to women and these acts against women, and I think it definitely crosses both lanes, and particularly with people of color and women of color. I think our voices are muted many times, and we don't feel like we have a voice, and bringing light and making sure that justice is served in cases where there has been violence. And it doesn't have to be, I think when people think of violence against women, I think they think of, intense physical battering, but it can also be harassment. It can take many other forms, and I think we need to be very aware of those various forms it can take. And women feel like they can speak and they have a voice, and there are many groups that advocate for women in terms of the justice piece, for giving them a voice to fight against that.
I think violence against women is both a health issue and a justice issue as well. I think that we are not, as Adia said, so many of us are ignorant to the law and how it does protect us. We can easily, go to a hospital, go get treatment. And I think that, just to be clear, when you say health issue, it also affects mental health. So, that's something that's often, because you go get treated for the bruises or the battery, but you're not treated for the emotional, the bruising that has happened to you. So in terms of the health issue, I would like to see more emphasis on the mental health component, because so many women become scarred, become broken, and it affects all areas of their lives. And in terms of the justice system, I think that we as African Americans are so used to running from the justice system. Historically, the justice system has not been on our side. So I think that we have to change that, because so many women, that's the last thing they do, is actually go get help, from the justice system. But it should really be the first thing you do, because I think that you've got to, more so than trying to affect the person who has done these things to you, it's about protecting yourself, and it's about speaking up for yourself, and it's all about the very thing that you're lacking if you're even in this situation, which is self-esteem. If someone does something to you, you better believe you need to go report it. And I think that when you have that self-esteem and you know who you are, it's not even a hesitation. So I think it really all circles back to your esteem, to your mental health, and to knowing who you are and whose you are. Because I think that so often we don't do what we need to do to get this, to get these things stopped, to get that person to get them to stop harassing you, and you don't feel like you are empowered enough. So somebody like my sister who has a law degree, maybe she might know what to do, but most of us run from the justice system, and that's really unfortunate.